What up, YouTube? Back with another one. I know it's been a while, but we back, and we're gonna see what these singles talking about. So let's go ahead and get into this one.
Hello?
Hi.
Make sure you guys like this video, like the video, guys. And also, yes, we have over 1,600 people watching on YouTube. All right, what's your name right now? What's your name, baby?
Key.
Key, where you calling me from?
I'm calling from Detroit.
So name Key. It already sounds kind of ratchet just coming in, because I'm not sure if anybody named their baby Key coming out the womb, but it's Key, okay? Key.
Detroit. How old
K-E-E.
are you?
I am 33.
33. What you do for a living?
I am a leasing specialist.
Leasing specialist. Do you have any kids?
I do. I have 3. 2 different dads.
Okay. How old are your 3?
So two different dads. All right, so at least she putting that out there already.
13, 11, and 5.
13, 11, 5. Have you ever been married?
No.
No. And what's your zodiac sign?
A Virgo.
All right, let's get to it. We got Key, Detroit, 33, Virgo, works as a leasing specialist, mom to 3 kids by 2 men. I'm never married. What kind of man you looking for, girl?
I just want him to be able to afford me.
Okay, I'm sure we're gonna get into that, but what the hell does that mean? Because you got them kids now. Afford you, I mean, that's so many things. Because if he got to get you something to eat, he got to get the kids something to eat. You know what I'm saying? He go out to the store, you know, the kids gonna want fruit snacks. They gonna want something. The oldest one gonna want a video game or something. Okay, so maybe some clarification is coming, but just up front, just taking care of you is more than you. Okay.
I don't want to say like I am like bougie or high priced or anything, but I like nice things, so I want him to be able to afford nice things. I don't have a cap on what he should be making yearly or anything like that, but enough to afford us and it not be a issue.
Enough to afford us is not gonna be. It's gonna be an issue. If a man got no kids, it's a definite issue. If he do got kids, he got his own kids to take care of. Ain't got a baby mama to deal with. So, you need to slow down with this, you know, wanting things to be taken care of. You should be saying you want a partner to work with. Taking care of should be nowhere in the picture with your circumstances, okay? Nowhere in the picture. With 3 kids, 2 different baby daddies. Ain't none of them take care of you. Now, you think a man gonna come along? Let me just play this.
So let's think, okay, so that's fair. You don't have a dollar amount, but you said afford you. So what are some of the things you like to buy that you would want him to be able to buy for you?
I really like traveling. I'm not into like all the designer this and that because everything go in and out of style as quick as you can grab it. So like I'm more of a traveler and a foodie. So like I would spend whatever amount to go anywhere and whatever amount if the food is good. So
when you travel, is the
This sounds irresponsible as hell. Travel anyway. What these 3 kids? You know what?
expectation he's paying for himself or for you and himself?
for us both.
Okay. And how often do you want to travel?
With my job, it's kind of I want to say about every 3 months or so.
Every 3 months. And how much do you typically spend when you travel?
It depends on where I go, but at a minimum, like if I'm staying there for a week, anywhere from like 2,000 and up.
Okay.
Now this is hella irresponsible. If you spend 2,000 and up and talking about going every 3 months and you got 3 kids, you might not need to be traveling, but if you do, or you got to spend that much talking about staying for a week, you need to cut that down to 1 time a year. Every 3 months or so, you don't need to be going nowhere. And then you want a man to help you out with that? I mean, it just sounds irresponsible all over the place for her situation. 3 kids, and you talking about traveling every 3 months, spending $2,000. You need to cut that down to once a year. When you travel, you don't need to be going out the country. Not right now. Hell no.
So, I mean, y'all would stay in the same room. So let's just say 3,000, because y'all can at least share the room, but then you're gonna have flights and food. So every 3 months, so 4 times a year, you want to travel, and let's just round it to 3,500. So he needs to have an extra 3,500 4 times a year for travel.
Yes.
Okay. So outside of everything else, have an extra 3,500 a year. No, 3,500 times 4.
4 times a year. So we almost up. I ain't doing the math right quick in my head. We almost up to 20 grand a year. Right? Let's round it up to 20 grand. You spend 35. Let's say that's 7. 14,000. You're gonna spend that. Okay, we'll give it a bit of a doubt. 15,000 a year just to travel and eat. Just travel and eat now. $15,000.
Let's do the math. We got about to have a math class, and that's just for travel. You got to do dinner dates and all those things too, right?
Yes.
Do you want gifts?
I'm pretty sure we're gonna get the figure, but okay, now we back up. Like I said, 20,000.
I don't want to overwhelm.
Okay, so travel alone, you got to have an extra 14,000 a year to travel.
Okay, that sounds fair.
Okay, that sounds fair.
Hell no.
And then that's just travel. That's not dinner dates. That's not. Like,
I'm not stingy. I'm not cheap. I give what I receive. But I'm not giving first, because I have been through that, and I have been used, and I have been abused for that. So yeah.
Okay.
This got something to do with who she been picking. Now, just like the typical, we see these women in these situations with all these kids and say they done been through this and all that. Now you want to put all this on the other man. He got to do it first. I'm telling you right now, you're stuck. Ain't no man taking this deal, especially if he don't get kids. I don't see no man in their right mind taking this type of deal. She need to get a pet, save up her money, and just travel with her kids. She ain't got to go take them kids to a water park, Disney World, some kind of adventure park, amusement park. Don't even worry about a man doing this for you, because you should be acting for a partner. Nobody just gonna come along and spend 20 grand a year on you off the rip just to feed you in another town besides at home. No, you a DoorDash chick. I'll take you to Applebee's or whatever like that, but you ain't 20 grand a year.
Not doing that.
Okay, so if a man doesn't have an extreme, if a man can't afford to spend $14,000 a year on travel, should he not reach out?
No.
Hello?
Okay, she blacked out.
Girl, you gotta get you a phone first.
Yeah, she blacked out.
Before you go on a trip, we gotta get you a phone. Priorities, baby girl. Hello?
See, Kendra noticed a damn fool, but we gonna keep it going.
Hello. Okay, somebody was calling me. I'm sorry.
Somebody was calling you. Okay. All right, back to the question. So if a man can't afford to spend $14K a year on trips,
you rounded that up to $14K. I said.
Well, you said, here's the deal. You said 4 times. You said every 3 months. So there's 12 months out there. That's 4 times a year.
Right.
You said you spend about $2,000.
So we dealing with a bird brain. She don't know what she asking for. Kendra math is right. My math is right. I'm gonna say more. I'm gonna say 20 grand. Because in between going on this trip, she wants you to take her out while you're at home.
For yourself. So then, okay, it could be 3K. But if you want him to pay for the whole trip, now the hotel y'all would share. But if you went to a resort, so I rounded up to 3,500 because you said you would want to go on a weekend because you gotta pay for the trip and you might buy stuff. So maybe it could be 3,000. Okay, so maybe 10,000. Does that sound?
Okay.
We'll go with 10. I'll lower it. So if a man doesn't have $10,000 extra in a year spent to go on travel, should he not reach out?
I wouldn't say that. No. He can still reach out. Because listen, I'm the type of person, okay, well, the type of man that I'm looking for, I really would like him to be an entrepreneur. So somewhere where I can help him get more money, because I'm always looking to add. I'm not just always take. So like, if you're like have your own business and you don't have good marketing skills, or you don't have as many clients as you could, I can help in those areas. So like, I'm just not taking. I don't want to get on here sounding like I'm just in for the taking, because I'm not. So
okay.
That's what it sounds like. She gonna help him out with his business. Like, I guess that's all right. I guess we gonna let that ride. Okay, we gonna let that ride.
So money matters, but you're willing to work with him.
Right.
Okay, fair enough. Let's keep going. Key, here we are, Detroit. All right. So, did you have any deal breakers?
No more than 3 kids, because I have 3, and I just can't deal with.
Someone told me to ask you this question. I missed this. They said when you travel, are the kids traveling with you guys?
No, I have to be with a guy for some time for me to just bring my kids in that type of space. So no, not off bail.
So let me get this straight. I haven't met your kids. We ain't that serious yet. Serious enough for me to meet your kids. If I want to date you, I ain't meet your kids. You need time for me to meet your kids, right? Which is understandable. But you don't need time for me to go spend 20 grand a year on you. You see where the delusion is coming from? You don't know me good enough to meet your kids, which I understand, but you know me good enough to spend my 20 grand. To take you, to get on the plane and take you somewhere, and a hotel, just for you to order some food. It ain't happening. No, it definitely ain't happening.
When that would happen, is the expectation that he pays for you and the kids, or would you chip in?
No, then we could do it like a half and half type thing.
Got you. Okay. What are your deal breakers?
No more than 3 kids. Not a. I don't want to say no. Yeah, I don't want no street guy.
See, she glancing over that because that's what she been having, y'all. Street dudes. Well, I'm pretty sure one of them baby daddies is a street dude, and the other one is probably not a dude. He might not be in the street, but he ain't got himself together. He been probably bumming off of her or whatever, right? So she been dealing with these dudes that ain't really been having much. So now she wants this other man to come in after she got all his baggage to bring 20 grand to take her somewhere to eat. Y'all let me know what y'all think, but it sounds like she needs to just lower these standards way low with all these kids. And then say, I want somebody that's gonna show me some attention, help me out, we can build together. So that's where she need to be at. All the trips and all that stuff, if that man like you, and he care for you and your kids, all that'll come. But you coming out the gate saying you need all that with all this baggage you got, she is shooting herself all the way in the foot, okay? You're shooting yourself in the foot with that. I
don't want a guy with he can have 2 child's mothers, no more than that.
And another place, I know y'all don't like me stopping the video, but she judging how many baby daddies and babies he can have off of the baby, how many baby mamas he can have after how many baby daddies she got. So she's setting the standard because where she done went wrong, you can't go wrong no more than where I went wrong. What if I got 5 baby mamas and 10 kids? We at the point now is multiple everything, multiple kids, multiple baby mamas. So you setting the standard off of what you did in your life, right? So we ain't feeling that. We passed the point. Kids is here, baby mama, baby daddies is here. What the number matter now? You know what I'm saying? Why come it's based off of, what you done, how you done messed up or whatever? That ain't driving over here, okay?
I'm trying to think of something else. Somebody who I can learn from, financially, because I am a spender. Like,
we see.
Spend like nobody's business. I'm working on that, but I need a little bit more. A guy who is structured. So if you don't have any structure, I can't do nothing with that because we'll be all over the place. So, I don't know. I can't think off my head. Deal breakers, but of course not a liar. Of course you have to have your hygiene together. Of course you have to have a bare minimum, your house, your car. And I can't think of anything else.
That's what she should have started at. Instead of saying these trips, just say, I want a man with a house and a car. That's what you should have started at. Because you spend like crazy, and you want a man to spend like crazy, so you're irresponsible. Then you got these kids by 2 baby daddies, so you're more irresponsibility going on, right? That's what she should have started off. Please just have a house and a car. Please. That's all. If she get a man doing that, in her position, she doing something. All this tripping, all this extra stuff, she don't need to worry about that. Like I say, if the man like you and it work out, that'll come. But that's what she should start. Just have a house and a car and shut up and say, you know, reach out to me.
Okay, that's okay. We'll keep it going. I do want to respond to something because I should have got the name. Someone said, don't worry, girl. Kendra wouldn't do that too when it was talking about the travel. Girl, y'all don't know what I would do. First of all, this is about you. But in Kendra's own personal world, I don't have a travel requirement because I travel very expensive. So I'm not going to put that bill on nobody. So actually...
But when it comes to Kendra, I guess she got a point because Kendra got her own money. She don't need to wait on the man to back up for some traveling, okay? So we give Kendra that point.
I would not have a traveling... I do not have a traveling requirement because I just know how I would like to travel, and I just think if I told the person what it was, it would be ridiculous. So I'm just going to do how I want to do it. But no, that's not true. That is not true. That is not true. I would not have a travel requirement. I don't have a travel requirement. But back to you, Key. All right, should he look a certain way?
But that goes to show you, Kendra is in a much better position than this girl, and she don't even require that. Of course, I'm pretty sure if Kendra liked the man and it goes further, she want, you know, him to keep up to a certain extent. But she not even asking for that. Okay? The host of the show not even asking for that. But this one here come on here talking about 20 grand just to get on the plane and take her to a restaurant. No.
I just want him to be my height or taller. I'm 5'7", so he has to be my height or taller. Black. Weight don't matter. I just don't want him like extremely big. I don't want to be like discriminative, but I don't have problems with guys with, I call it a baller belly. I don't mind that. So as long as it's not, if it's intact, not sloppy, we good.
As long as he's not sloppy.
Yeah.
Okay. We already got to the money, so we can skip that. Let's do the Kendra Cam.
Oh my God. I'm at work. I gotta get out the car and stand out in the parking lot. Oh my God.
Now, you knew what you come on this show for. You know Kendra. You ain't just randomly run up on this show. You know Kendra gonna ask to see how you look because the fellas need to see how you look, okay? Stop acting stupid.
Okay. Wait, guys.
Oh, what happened? Did she get disconnected? Uh-oh. Did she get disconnected?
This might be the end, guys.
What happened, boo? Okay. You come back. Oh, here she is. There we go.
Okay.
Okay. Well, I see this body, girl. Okay. I like y'all. See, y'all be at work. I like the daytime shows because y'all be dressed for the day. All right,
y'all let me know what y'all think about it. You know, I got it up on the screen somewhere. You can see her, okay?
Got you, boo.
Okay.
I like that y'all be dressed for the daytime show. All right, Key in Detroit, 33. Oh, is there an echo? It could be me because my phone was messing up. So we got Key Detroit, 33, leasing specialist, mom to 3 kids by 2 men. All right, what was your last relationship, honey?
I want to say 2 years ago.
2 years ago. You don't have to answer, but I'm gonna ask. When's the last time you was intimate with someone?
I decline. 3
flaws you gotta work.
That means recently. Very recently. She was intimate with somebody. Now that's her business, but it was recent.
Being on time, being financially responsible, and watching what I say.
Say again, baby?
And watching what I say. Sometimes I have little outbursts that I think about after I say it, like, oh, I shouldn't have said that.
Okay. Also, what was I gonna say to you? You're at work, so you're at, like you say you do leasing specialist. So you about to go into a house?
Yeah.
I didn't get it until you said I'm at work. Okay. Why would a guy be lucky to be with you?
Because like I am very understanding. I can meet you halfway. I'm a hustler, and I just know that I can add where you lack.
Okay, that was my.
She don't know that for sure, but I guess. But I don't know what to say about anything she just said. She said she understand that. Well, I understand that 20 grand out the gate and I even ain't met your kids. It's a little ridiculous. Understand that.
Oh, I was trying to pull up the app. So say it again. You said you're a hustler?
Yeah, and then I said, for the last one, I said I can add. Did you get everything else before that?
I was listening, but I was also checking the YouTube link. So say it one more time.
Nah, I don't remember, Kendra. I got short-term memory loss.
Girl, you just said it. Why would a guy be lucky to be with you?
I said that I can meet you halfway. I am a hustler, and I can add where you lack.
Okay. You can add where he lacks. Okay. And if you do an age range, you're 33.
That's way too broad, but okay, whatever that means.
30 to 55.
30 to 55. Okay. Now, are you on the Kendra G Singles dating app?
Now, let me tell you something about that.
I ain't worried about that. But 30 to 55, a man that's 30, that's going to be a stretch. I think she needs to start at 55 and go all the way up to 75. She might be able to sneak down and get her somebody that's 45, in between 45 and 75. But I think she might need to start off at 55 because a man, what young man want to deal with this? If he don't got kids, then he definitely don't want to deal with it. And if he do got kids, and you got 3, I mean, he probably already got enough on his plate to deal with this. So you need to go for an old man that his kids already grown. Child support's already done. He got his own, and maybe he can take you out on some trips just because you're younger than him, right? So he might find that in you. But a man your age range, he ain't, he might fool with you, but it ain't gonna be much for him. Ain't no meat left on that bone, okay?
I was on the app. I deleted it because it was so many people like scamming me, spamming me. Guys who were saying they were in the military and they were like scammers, like. And
yeah, we're
like,
well aware. We're well aware. So we actually deleted a lot of those accounts. So you have to be on the app though, because that's the way the guy can reach out to you. So we have definitely, like in the last 2 weeks, we have all you gotta do, report the accounts in the app. We are looking at them. They have been blocked. In the meantime, we have blocked Africa because we had a lot of scammers from Africa.
Yes.
So I know a lot.
Okay, I don't think you need to go no further with that. Y'all see what it is. It's Key. She in Detroit. I think she 30 something. So, y'all let me know what y'all think. Is this woman worth giving a shot? If you're in the date market, y'all let me know. And I'll be back with another one. I appreciate y'all. Please comment, like, subscribe. Peace.